Hello and good evening. Welcome to Ssr vs Xfr, round 2 of the BFR Championship right here in Brazil. I am AJ Mars, going to be your commentator for Team Ssr tonight. Before we get too far into stuff, big shout out to my man Robert, 1890 BT. Before I could even get live, he is already followed. Oh, dude, it didn't change it. God. All that for nothing. Did it change? Okay. Live stream is doing its great stuff here. Give me just a second while I work out some technical issues. 10 whole dollars in the chat saying go team. Thanks 10 for tuning in. Robert, thanks for the follow. We got Boss Cookie out front for us. He's going to be our pace setter here. Trying to get my light stream back up and going here. There we go. Looks like everything's getting synced. Big shout out to everybody tuning in today. Like I said, this is round 2 for the Ssr in the BFR Championship. This is Ssr versus Xfr in Brazil. And I believe we're hearing it's going to be a dry quali wet race here in Brazil. We'll wait to find out for sure, but the weatherman's saying there might be some showers here for the race event. That should definitely mix things up here. The light stream is sure acting up for me today. This is going to be a short quali format. 18 minutes. We're just under 15 minutes to go here. Boss Cookie's on his lap. Going to be the first Ssr boy around the track for a time. Here he comes around the penultimate. Ssr is going to be in the predominantly yellow liveries. Boss Cookie with a 7.1, 1.7.1. Quick, but we know he can do faster than that. Payok's in with a 7.5, also in the predominantly yellow livery. Looks like the Xfr guys are going to be in blue, predominantly darker colors there. Alright, looks like our next driver around is going to be Ssr Hamilton in the yellow, pink, and light blue there of the Ssr colors. Alright, it's coming back to me now. It's trying to anyways. Hamilton with a 7.6. Kid Cudi splits the front there between Boss Cookie and Payox. Division is going to be back a little ways. Let's see who's going to be next. Yep, looks like Division is invalid. Monkey a little ways behind him into Sector 2 now. Has a little traffic ahead of him here. Still looking for it. All right, here he comes. Team working really well together. See the slingshot there by Hamilton, his teammate. 7.4 for Monkey. We got Boss Cookie still out front at this point. We got Division and JD in the pits. Looks like JD's coming out. He's going to get him a lap. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Boss Cookie's going to be super quick here today. 7.1, that's he's still got a little bit in the gas tank here. Oh, JDM Hater's off the track, getting out of the way for the fast guys behind him. He is on an out lap, so he's going to give room here. JD looks to be lagging a little bit. He had a bunch of people. Looks like JD had a bunch of people come up behind him here. JD got out of the way, but he looked like he's lagging a little bit on my screen. Hard to tell. Yep, there he goes. JD's lagged out. We'll see about getting JD back in the session here. Division's coming back out. JD and Division, the only two of our boys yet to put up times. Division went invalid on his previous attempt. Alright, that is a tough break for JD. It's looking like maybe his Xbox shut off on him, but we're going to try to get him back in here. Right now we're watching Division. He goes around his out lap. He's got a little bit of traffic in front of him. We got Payox Kings on a lap right now, so we're going to follow him around while Division makes his out lap. Payox Kings also pretty speedy around here. 7.5 is well below his top time, so we're going to see that increase here. He is going to drop some time as long as he doesn't run into traffic here. See him get the power down here. Alright, Kings into the last sector now. Currently sitting 1.7.5, looking to drop that time down and get in that 1.6 range as we see Easton 6.8 right now, the time to beat. Aox moving up a little bit, drops 2 tenths, 7.3. Puts him in for a P5 right now. Gonna dip back to Division, who's on his lap. You can see their Division sport the SSR colors and a swirl livery. Nice looking livery there for him. See the slow traffic ahead making way. Division looking for a time here. Looks like he will get one this go around. That's going to be a 7.4, 1.7.4 for Division. That's P6 right in behind Payox Kings. We got Hamilton on a lap, 107.6 right now. Still working on getting JD back in here. Trying to see what's going on with JD. Looks like Boss Cookie, currently sitting P2, is on a lap right now. We're looking right over his front right suspension around the slow left-hander here in Sector 2. Yeah, looks like Hamilton off in Sector 2 has retired the car for terminal damage. 7.6 for him. P10 is where he's sitting right now. Tough break for him. And we see Cookie invalidate, cutting that inside corner just a little too tight. Not going to get a time here. Tough break for Cookie. All right, Hamilton is out of the race, or out of the quali session for terminal damage. We've got JDM Haters. We're still trying to get back in. Fortunate lag out on his part. All right, I'm hearing from JD's engineer that he is back up and running here in just a second. Yeah. Just at 7 minutes to go, we got Payox Kings rolling out of the pits in the SSR Splatter livery. Currently sitting P7. He is looking to improve there as Monkey gets a time in there at P6. Bumping him down one notch. Zip in the chat saying Hamilton. Radar, the engineer for the SSR team, also saying JD is back. Fantastic. We'd love to hear it. Still 6 minutes to go. He's got plenty of time to get a lap. JD is a favorite around here in the SSR community. Hamilton took a nasty spill in Sector 2. That's going to retire him from the quali session. The mechanics there in the SSR garage are working hard to get him race ready by the red lights. A lot of XFR guys out on the track right now. Most of their squad is linked up together. Looks like they might be trying to do a train here. Payox is coming around to start his lap. Monkey, I believe, is on a cooldown. Let's take a look. Yep, he's dipping into the pits. Oh, and then Kings loses it in Sector 1. Not sure what happened there. I don't even know how his car got in that area. It doesn't seem right, but he is off dead on the right side of the track there in turn 1. That is a horribly unfortunate crash for him. SSR boys seem to be struggling here as we see Monkey also drops from the session. Not looking like a good start for the SSR boys here today. They're going to have to really battle here. They're going to start behind the 8 ball. I'm not sure who that is that just joined the lobby. Mono something. There he goes. There he has left the session. Awesome. Okay, so a lot of drama here early on. SSR Hamilton losing it with about 6 minutes to go in quali. Terminal damage on that car. And here with about 5 minutes to go, Payox Kings takes a big spill into turn 2. Car gets spun around and he makes heavy contact with the wall. That car is also out of quali. We got 4.5 minutes to go here. We still got a few guys trying to get some times. We're looking at division right now as he's coming across the line. 107.2. JD is rolling out of the pits right now. Boss Cookie into turn 1. Tough break for JD. He's got 4 minutes to go. He's got enough time for maybe one good hit. Maybe 2. He's going to have to make it count. A lot of rubber on the track now. Everybody's pretty much got their laps out of the way. We've got a 6.6 for Easton. Kid Cudi right behind him with a 6.8. Brown 22 with a 7 flat. Got 3 of them up at the top. There you go. You've got some excellent teamwork here by the XFR guys, providing slipstreams and pulls down the straight. Boss Cookie struggling a little bit here in quali. Invalidated his previous go around. He's coming around now to get a time. We're on board with him. 7.1 is his time now. He's looking to shorten that. And he does, stealing away the top spot. 106.597. That's a ooh. You see a little bit of lock up there in turn 1, but he made it happen. JD is going on his lap after the lag out and return to the session. Glad we could get JD in here. He's going to have enough time for 1, maybe 2 stints, but it's probably going to be just 1. He's going to need a good run here. He's a little far back for Boss Cookie to give him a hand. We're looking for a good time here for JD. Boss Cookie's going to have a herd of blue cars behind him at the start of this one. One of the XFR guys is coming across now, trying to dethrone Boss Cookie. Does not look like he's going to do it. Great lap by Cookie here. Cookie going to give him a tow. Look at the teamwork here by SSR. Boss Cookie, our current pole sitter, is going to give JD a nice slingshot through the straight. Fantastic teamwork there. JD looking for a good time. 7.5 is going to be his. That's P11 right now. It's not going to get him too far up the grid, and I think that's all the time he's going to have. All right, tough break there. Monkey is on an outlap right now. Monkey's going to have a little bit of time here. You see him coming around the last few corners of Sector 3. Division also getting out there. He is out of the pits. He's going to have to get around there pretty quick. It's going to be close for Division, but I think he might have enough time to get started on his lap. Monkey's got a good lean through turn 1 and 2. He's going to have to carry a lot of momentum through this left-hander and down the straight. See the slow traffic dip to the left there and let him by. He's got a little bit of wheel shake there. Maintains his speed. Excellent line there as he comes through Sector 2. Monkey's currently sitting at 107.2, just a few tenths off of Snow 7. Monkey looking to get up in the mix of that sea of blue between second place and sixth place, try to break up that little group. And it looks like a purple Sector 2 for Monkey. It blipped for a second, didn't stay on though, so it's hard to tell, but he's definitely carrying a lot of speed here. We're going to see a hopeful improvement here by Monkey as he squeezes in close to the wall, and he does jump one spot up into P6 7.0. Very, very close to XFR Brown 22, who's already retired his time. Division has got around in time. He is on his lap, also looking to improve. We want to see if he can jump past Snow as well. Very, very close times here. If you take a look, you've got 4 guys within a second of each other. Just a few tenths off each guy, and then right behind that, it's the same way all the way down the grid. 4 drivers in the 1.6s and the remainder of the grid all in the 1.7s. This is going to be a mighty battle here. Everyone very, very close together. Boss Cookie right now has the time to beat. 6.59. Hoonigan's going to jump in there for P6, bumping Monkey down to 7th. Boss Cookie doesn't look like he's going to be dethroned. Easton yet to come across here. Marshall as well. Marshall's invalidated. Looks like Easton might be their last hope of dethroning Boss Cookie here. And he invalidates right before the line. Crashing and taking the wheel off the car as we're on board there. Little frustration by Easton as he was very close to Cookie's time there, but he dipped in just a little bit too far to the left and validates the lap. Monkey in the pits here. I think we're just waiting on Monkey to call it a day. Big crash there on the front straight. All right, guys, there you have it. Boss Cookie out front with a late time in quali, taking us out front. You've got Monkey in P7, and then Division, Payox Kings, JDM Haters, and Hamilton. Payox Kings and Hamilton both with big crashes late in quali, unable to go further up that grid. So Boss Cookie's going to have his work cut out from him defending the sea of blue behind him. 5 of the 6 racers for XFR right in behind Boss Cookie. Monkey splits the 5th and 6th driver for XFR in P7. It's gonna be a spicy race, guys. Very tight, very, very tight here in Brazil. Dirty air will play a factor. We know that a couple of these guys have great race pace here on the SSR team. We're looking for everybody to work together, move up this grid. And as predicted, it is a very, very wet race start. You can see heavy downfall of rain. That might have played into a little bit of the qualifying troubles for our guys. They're all running wet setups on the dry track. We'll have to see if that is the difference. It's going to be fresh tires for everybody. So now it comes to light. Was SSR a little slow in quali running the wet setup, with XFR maybe running dry setups to have good starting position? We'll have to wait and see. It could go either way. And as a reminder, there is no safety car in this competition, so if someone goes off the track, which we may see here under these heavy wet conditions, it could definitely determine an outcome here. And I'm sure penalties are also going to play a factor here with the wet conditions. Little slipping and sliding, maybe pushing over those limits, so we'll have to see. That's right, boys. Rain, rain, rain. We're going to take a quick moment to check on the chat real quick before we get started. Big shout out to Robert. Again, thank you for the follow, Robert. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. Carl says rain, rain, rain. And G Racing Association also representing in the chat saying rain. All right, here we go. Boss Cookie's going to take the group out on the formation lap here. Oh, okay. I'm hearing from the Ssr crew chief here saying that formation lap should not have been on. So this might be a lobby error. Not sure how that's going to play out. I don't think it's going to be a big issue, but we'll have to have a revisit on that. I do remember from the first set, round 1, there was not a formation lap, so I'm not sure if that's going to pay into it. We'll have to see. Radar in the chat saying it's going to be a tough race rather. Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough. Very close together here. Not a lot of room to get away in Brazil except for the start straight and the Sector 1 ending straight. It's going to be wet. It's going to be close together. Good chance we could see some beating and banging. Everybody looks like they're out on the blue tires. Wet tires for everyone. We'll take a look and see. So as you can see, blue stripes. Track very, very wet. You can see the standing water there, the spray coming up from the tires. The real disadvantage here for the SSR guys is they're gonna be behind a train of cars of XFR, and there's gonna be a lot of spray and wash coming off those tires. It's gonna make it very difficult to see ahead of them, as well as catch those braking board indicators. So it's gonna be tough. Looks like there was some contact there. Snow 7 and Division both returned to the grid. Looks like contact. So there you have it. Let's take a look at the director real quick while everybody forms back up. Incidents. Not showing any incidents here. Okay. Maybe just a little love tap there. I know sometimes in the game they get pretty close together and the game says they made contact, but it doesn't actually make contact. All right, here we go. There's 5 lights, and we're away in round 2. Okay, now we're away in round 2. A little bit of delay on the lights there. And Boss Cookie's going to take us into turn 1, well ahead of the 2 cars chasing. Looks like Payox Kings gets a lightning start up into 6. XFR looks like it had a big cut through there in turn 2, dodging some traffic. Boss Cookie out front. Payox Kings making a big lunge into P6. Hamilton squeezes by Monkey. We're away. You can see the track is very wet. Lots of standing water here. It's all going to be about throttle control. Another XFR driver well wide there. Payox into P5 with that wide run by the XFR driver. Let's take a look. I'm hearing that Snow may have some wing damage here. Oh, yeah, we're seeing a left end plate missing there. Not sure who he got into. Might have been a little rough into turn 1. Hamilton into P8. Payox Kings into P5. Boss Cookie still out front there. So far, so good. Snow is missing an end plate here. Likely to pit here. We are going to stay with these backpack here for a second to take a look at that, see if he indeed does. Oh, we've got someone around. Hoonigan. Big crash for Hoonigan. He is going to make the pit lane there. Heavy damage for Hoonigan. Snow is trading places here. Oh, not leaving much room for Division, but Division does squeeze by and then loses a position. Payox Kings all the way up into P4 now, making short work. Now we got Boss Cookie out front, 4/10 second lead. Marshall, Easton, Payox Kings of SSR, Brown, Kid Cudi, and then Hamilton of SSR in P7 right now. Snow still struggling with the missing end plate, decides to stay out. Division, Monkey, and Haters in tow with him. Let's take a look at this. He's holding up the back guys here. They're all trying to play safe and make sure they don't get into him. He is struggling for grip. All right, you can see Snow there holding everybody up. Looks like everybody's going to try to make a run here out of the last corner. Maybe they can get by him. The rain very heavy there. You can see from the TV can there. It is very, very heavy rain. You see Marshall there taking a 19.3 with the fast time for right now. Snow backing up the back of the pack here. Marshall looking to make a move on Boss Cookie. Boss Cookie trying to defend. Makes him go the long way. Cuts off that route of attack. This is the battle right now. P1, P2. Marshall of XFR is really putting the pressure on Boss Cookie here, who's defending well. Opens the gap back up to 4/10. Just a few spots back as Payox Kings in tow, trying to make up some ground here and get in this fight. All of the SSR boys getting held up here in the back. Hoonigan well off the pace now, 26 seconds back after that early crash, having to get a new wing for sure. All right, let's take a look back up front. Marshall still in. Marshall looking to make another attack here. He's going to have to do it around the long way around. Boss Cookie still defending well. Looks like a little wheel slip by Marshall. You can see there, Boss Cookie getting a good run there. Marshall got a little wheel slip out of turn 1. Fell back to the 4/10 mark. Kid Cudi in it with Payox Kings. Goes underneath him in the DRS straight. Very clean overtake there indeed. He was through it. Very clean. Cuts him off right at the corner. Hamilton and Division have both gotten by Snow now. Snow still holding up the back guys here. JDM Haters takes a peek, not able to get it done. FRA Crispy, big shout out for the follow there. We didn't miss you in the stream. Thank you so much. Looks like penalties may play a role here. Boss Cookie in the groove now. 19.1 gets that time back for the SSR. He currently holds the fastest lap going into lap 5. Let's take a look back here. Payox King still battling it out here with Kid Cudi, who got past him on the last lap. We've got JDM Haters trying to take a peek around Snow. Snow drifts out to the right there. Runs JD wide. Hamilton wide there as well, just ahead of that battle. JD unable to get by him there. Snow with a good defensive move. Runs JD almost wide off the track as JD dodges under the wet conditions. You can see there on the onboard cam, it's just very, very wet. Heavy rain coming down here in Brazil. Got JD and Monkey still held up behind Snow, who has the in-plate damage. Hamilton with a wide turn there in Sector 2 falls back a little bit. Division 4 seconds off Brown ahead of him. Payox losing a little time though. He's 8/10 off of Kid Cudi now, who's just attacking. Boss Cookie still out front about a half second. Just trying to find his line and run his race. And we see JD, looks like he's gotten by Snow. Snow still battling that missing in plate. JD also gets past Hamilton there. Snow catching a 3-second penalty. We see Monkey looking to make a move here as well. Monkey just runs out of straight, not able to get by just yet. Well, the SSR boys are going to really have to push here to catch up. It's going to be tough to do under these wet conditions. Snow holding them up quite a bit. It'll be interesting to see the pit stop strategies here under the wet tires, able to go a little bit longer. They're probably going to try to run those all the way under the wet conditions. It'll be interesting to see if Snow's going to pit with Hoonigan well back. I don't think Snow's going to try to take that chance, but he is going to lose time here with that missing in plate. And Brown has DNF'd. Brown is DNF'd on the front straight. You can see him there on the inside wall leading into the pit lane. Heavy damage there. He is gone. That's one racer down for XFR. All right. Beverage girl has just come through by the booth. Topped off the drinks. Appreciate it. Boss Cookie well out in front still. 6/10 now as he keeps the gap about the same to Marshall, who is in behind. Payox Kings into P5, JD P6, Division P7, Hamilton into P8. Monkey still stuck back there behind Snow, trying to get past him. Like I mentioned there on the last lap, looks like Brown 22 had a big spin coming out of the last corner, slammed very hard into the inside wall there leading to the pit entrance. He is DNF for terminal damage. All right, we got Marshall in the pits. XFR Marshall is in the pits, not going for the no stop. Kid Cudi is in the pits as well. Looks like inners are going to come into play here. The rain does look to have slackened a little bit. We got Kid Cudi on the inners and Marshall on the inners as well. I'll leave the tire graphic up there. I'm sure we're going to have some pit stops here shortly. You're going to see how everybody plays out. We got some chat in the stream chat here. It looks like Crispy from FRA saying Brown is in his natural habitat, the wall. A friendly little banter there from the guys. Yeah, that works out great for the SSR boys, giving us that one extra slot of points. It could be the factor right now. Boss Cookie up in P1 is going to pit. He is going to pit. Everybody's going to come in. Looks like they're going for green stripes. Inner tires are coming out with the pit box crew there for Boss Cookie, as well as Payox Kings. Payox catching a 5-second penalty for coming in hot on the pit line. That's going to hurt him. All right, JDM is in. Division in right behind him. Looks like everybody's going for some green stripes here. Taking a look at the pit box crews. Green stripes all the way around. Everybody's in now. All right, Boss Cookie makes the pit stop for inners, but maintains his lead there. Undercut not working out for Marshall and Easton. Boss Cookie still out front, about the same distance as he was before the pit stops. Easton, Snow is staying out on the wets. He's going to struggle. Wet tires and the missing in plate. All the guys in undercutting the SSR boys. Snow coming to a almost stop there to let Kid Cudi by. Payox Kings in tow now. We see a 3 second for division come across the race control board. Taking a look through the lineup here. Moderate wear on Snow's tires. Marshall's catching the fast lap now, 18.2 with the inners. Snow is staying out on the wets. Payox King's going to take him on the outside. Way inside of King's here. All right, JD P7 division's going to get past Hoonigan, who is in the pits. We're all going to move up one spot here. JD, the well off of P6 Snow right now, 12.1 seconds, 8 laps to go. That's going to be a very tough interval to overcome. See Payox Kings. Hoonigan has retired as well from the race. No points for Hoonigan. That was a retiring in the pits. He has called it a day. I think he's so far back, he said that is enough. All 6 drivers still intact for SSR right now. That has caused a yellow flag in Sector 1. It looks like Hoonigan's car has exited the pits and is going to come to stop at the end of Sector 1. Looks like Boss Cookie is around. Looks like maybe a little contact with Marshall there as they come through the first and second turns. That one might see the steward's desk. We missed it. I saw the yellow. Payox Kings catching up here. Everybody is getting back close to each other. JD's got the time to Snow down to 7.7 seconds. Snow's still struggling with the wet tires and no end plate. Payox Kings just 3 seconds off Kid Cudi. The weather really playing into today's race. 7 laps to go. Got 2 XFR drivers out front. Boss Cookie splitting up Easton and Kid Cudi for 3rd. Payox Kings in 5th. Snow in 6th. Then we got JD, Division, Hamilton, and Monkey all trying to battle back and get another position. 6 laps to go now as the leader crosses the line. Boss Cookie trying to get battled back here. Kid Cudi stealing away the fast lap, 17.3 right now on the green stripe intermediates. JDM is closing the gap to Snow. He's down to 4.1 seconds now and gaining. We do know Snow has a 3-second penalty. As a matter of fact, I'm going to dip into the directory here and see who's got what. So it's looking like a 3-second for Snow, a 3-second for Division, and a 3-second for Hoonigan, who is now retired from the race. Not a lot of penalties, even with the wet conditions. Yep, Snow is blocking heavily to keep JD slowed up. JD's got to be smart here. Be patient. Driving very slow through there is Snow. JD's going to take a look at him here on the start straight. JD being cautious. You see the onboard cam there. And he's going to get by Snow with ease on the straight. All right, Snow's into pit now. That's going to move all of the remaining SSR guys up back to the front. looking good so far. Boss Cookie P3, Payox P5, closing the gap a little bit here to Kid Cudi. Still 3.5 seconds off. JDM, Division, Monkey, Hamilton. Be fantastic if we can see Payox Kings get back up there and get ahead of Kid Cudi. It's going to be a challenge, though. 5 laps to go. It's really going to have to push. Take a quick look back at the chat now. Marshall stealing away the fast time as the track dries up. 16.4 for XFR Marshall. Let's see, Carl's in the chat. Let's take a look and see what Carl's got going on here. 10 asking, what the heck is Snow doing? Carl's saying, oh, it's very clear that he's trying to hold up the guys in the back there, and it did appear that way in the stream. Looks like he was going a little bit slower than was necessary, but we'll leave that up to the stewards. Looks like Monkey has caught another 3-second penalty. That's going to hurt him. 15 seconds off his Snow from Hamilton right now. All of the SSR boys still on the track racing. We have 2 retirees from XFR. Brown with a big crash mid-race. And then Hoonigan looks like he retired under his own choice. All our guys seem to be up in the points right now. Boss Cookie looks like he got tangled up with Easton a few laps ago. Was out front, has dropped to P3, and is trying to get back up front. Gap is pretty big there. Boss Cookie stealing away that fast time on that way around. 16.3 for Boss Cookie. That's going to be an additional point for the SSR boys if they can hang on to that time. As I said, Boss Cookie really pushing to get caught up here. All right, we're hearing from the race engineer from SSR that said it looks like Marshall made contact with Boss Cookie in turn 1 and 2, so that may be under review by the stewards as well. We're gonna need a little push here. We're gonna have to get one of these guys moved up. Either Boss Cookie's gonna have to get by. Let's take a look one more time at the penalties and see if maybe there's some differences here. Looks like P2, which is going to be Easton, has a 3-second penalty. Boss Cookie in range of that now, just under sub 3 seconds. He's going to have to get caught up to him. Easton right now with that 3 seconds would fall into the 3rd spot. You see Marshall stealing the time back from SSR. Safe Space Racing says they did get a clip of that contact in turn 1 between Marshall and Cookie, so I'm almost certain that's going to see a steward's desk and have to have a ruling. Payox Kings catching up here to Kid Cudi, 4-5 to him. I don't think he's going to get it done with 2 laps to go. Boss Cookie trying to stay inside that 3-second range. That's all he needs to do is get under the 3-second interval time, and he will jump Easton. It's going to be very close here. It's like Snow is well out of it at this point, 13.6 seconds back. All the SSR boys need to do is bring it on home. 3.8 seconds to Kid Cudi as Payox Kings. Not going to be able to get it done here in the last 2 laps. It's all up to Boss Cookie right now. He's got to jump ahead of Easton here. He's at 2.6 right now, 2.6 with a purple sector 2. Boss Cookie really getting around the track here. He's trying to steal back not only the fast lap, but keep inside that 3-second range, which it looks like he's doing. Easton slowing up a bit here. And Boss Cookie steals it back, 15.8. That is an additional point. Snow catching a 3-second penalty. Again, well back. I believe he's got 2 or 3 of those now. King Chalupa in the chat says SSR. Jamie the G doing some unacceptable math there. 54.48 at Boss Cookie jumps to P2. It's not going to be enough. King Chalupa getting the shout out on the stream, says he's special. Of course, our head steward over at SSR does a great job keeping everybody up to date on race reports and infractions. Head steward there as well. Does a lot of behind the scenes work and also races in our tier 1. So you guys all know Chalupa. All right, Boss Cookie well inside the 3-second range now. He's just got to keep it together. Take one more look at the penalties here. As of right now, 3 seconds for Easton. We've got 3 seconds for Division, 3 seconds for Monkey, 6 seconds for Snow, so that's not going to change a whole lot. All right, guys, last lap. We are on the last lap of the race. Big shout out to Chalupa in the chat. Go check out his social medias, Instagram, Twitch. You can see the links there. Tell him we sent you. So I think the big deciding factor here is going to be that incident between Boss Cookie and Marshall. We see that Boss Cookie's well in range to jump east, and if Marshall catches a penalty for that contact and is found that it was malicious, that could really be the deciding factor here in this race. We'll have to wait and see for the post-race report. The stewards are going to have to take a look at it, but that could be the big deciding factor here. That would be a spicy way to win. But it's going to be very close nonetheless. Boss Cookie, 2.4 seconds, well in range of the hop here. Easton is going to drop back at least 1 spot. Marshall taking the win, P1. Easton across, and as predicted, Boss Cookie will jump him for P2. Kid Cudi coming in behind him. And then we've got the trail of SSR cars. Payox Kings in P5. Catches a 5-second for an unserved, but that's going to put him still in P5 as JD's about 13 seconds back. Like I said, looks like Snow is maybe holding up the backpack. JD in for the P6. You got Division coming across in his swirled livery in P7. Monkey's got the digital block tricolor in for the P8, and Hamilton coming around to close out the SSR boys into P9. All right, so as we saw about mid-race, we had Brown 22 of XFR had a big crash, left wall leading up to the pit entry. Hoonigan falling well back because he made some contact there on the wall as well, looked like. I don't think there was anything involved with other drivers. Oh, and we see driver of the day, Mr. JDM Haters. Good run by him, always a contender. Hoonigan made some contact with the outside wall, about the same place where Brown did, and he decided to call it a day. He fell well back after a pit stop, retired in the pits. Snow picked up some early damage and decided to stay out, which resulted in him falling back. Mid-race, he really held up the back runners there, but SSR moving up into the middle of the pack. Interesting race today. I don't think the rain was expected, so that might have played a big factor in the podium today. There you have it. A lot of penalties towards the back of the grid. Let's take a look at the incidences. There was a 3-second for Brown. 3-second for Hoonigan. 3-second for Snow. Terminal damage for Brown as he crashed. Payox caught a 5-second for speeding in the pits. 3-second for actions there. Hoonigan caught a 5-second as well for speeding. Easton caught that 1 3-second that cost him, dropping him back. There you go. Payox not get a chance to serve that 5-second penalty, so it tacked on to his time. I want to send a big shout out to Beast Pro with the follow there on the stream. Thank you so much for the follow and supporting us. Hope you enjoyed the race and the commentary today. All right, guys, that's going to conclude round 2. I think this one's going to come down to a steward decision based on that contact between Marshall and Boss Cookie. That could be the deciding factor on who wins this out. Stay tuned with our social medias. We will have the results out as soon as we get them, and we'll let you know. Big shout out to everybody tuning in. We had 16 viewers at this time. Thank you so much for supporting the stream and supporting SSR in this championship. And thank you to BFR for putting it on for us and allowing us to come race here. We've enjoyed it so far. So stay tuned. We will be back tomorrow with our main tier racing, Tier 2 at 4 p.m. Central Standard, 10 o'clock UK time, and then 6 p.m. Central Standard is Tier 1 right after that. I will be doing the commentary there for Tier 1. And then Sunday, we have the Tier 3 race, which is always exciting as well. So don't miss any of those. Make sure you got your notifications on. Come get in the chat with us and talk. We enjoy it a lot. So we will see you tomorrow for tier racing at SSR.